I know what you're thinking. There was no RHOC this week. So what the hell are we doing a recap for?
Yeah, what are we doing a recap for? We just might as well, you know? It's like...
It's the no-show recap.
It's a no-show recap. Why do they do that, by the way?
Well, it's funny you should ask, because
Did you do research?
I did my research. And Bravo said that RHOC went on a, quote, 1-week break. And instead
so they could scramble and make Heather look better?
Maybe. Instead, they played the final part of Vanderpump Rules Season 9 reunion. That was on last night.
Ooh, who watches that?
I know we didn't. As soon as we saw that the show wasn't on, we turned it off.
Who watches that?
We watched Ozark instead.
Of course.
RHOC Episode 8 will be back next week in its regular time slot.
I thought you said 7:30.
I did say that because that's what it said on the sling, but apparently it's on at its regular time. We have so much to talk about, though, so that's why
even
we're
though
here.
we have so much to talk about.
Erika Jayne's new legal troubles, and lots of fallout and reaction to Jenny Nguyen's firing, and Kelly's statement coming up on Jenny Nguyen's firing. Not yet, though.
Oh, okay.
It's coming up. I'm teasing it.
Tease.
First, we want to welcome back everyone who has been watching us every week here on YouTube. Rick and Kelly Unmasked. An amazing turnout, and hello to new viewers and subscribers. Thank you
so much.
We got more than 10,000 subscribers since we started this recap 7 weeks ago, and more than 350,000 views and more than 51,000 viewing hours in the last few weeks.
Wow.
A lot of people.
Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to our YouTube channel. It's fun.
The mail has been terrific. We have some that we can read, but we also wanted to say that if you like what you're seeing here on YouTube, please subscribe to our Rick and Kelly Unmasked on Patreon.com. It is subscription based.
And it's nothing like a regular, like you just talk about BS. It's actually educational. We have a lot of coming up. We have my friend that I went to junior high with is
an ear doctor.
An ear doctor, and he does Rick's ears, and it's just fun. Like I have, people that are in health and fitness and just cooking and
a lot of cooking segments and home segments on our house. We're remodeling in the desert. But the show itself on Patreon it's real, it's honest, it's authentic, and it's uncensored.
If you're not like-minded, I'm not gonna lie, you probably might get a little mad.
But if you don't like it,
we're not.
You can unsubscribe.
You can unsubscribe, but I think you'll like it because we're fun.
Listen, if you're willing to pay $5 for a gallon of gasoline, you ought to be willing to pay $5 for 24 episodes of our show and fresh episodes every week.
I was just thinking about that. $5 for gas, right?
Yeah.
We went to the Bellagio, and it was like $9. Or no, we went to Palm Springs and we stayed at the Paseo.
Yeah.
And it said $9 for water.
For a bottle of water.
When you were little, like the kids don't even know, but when did you ever think that water would be more than gas? When you were a kid?
I thought water was free.
I thought water was free.
I mean, you said D is free.
It is.
Somebody wrote that. Trish said, Kelly, D is free. Ha ha ha. I love you guys so much, and I wish you had your own show so we could have a completely honest show for once. That's our show on Patreon.
That's our show on Patreon.
And right here.
It's an honest show.
Love you too, and can't even believe I spent years watching this BS. Oh my God, my first time watching your podcast. I'm done. This is all I'll watch. Thank you, Kelly. So awesome.
So nice. Thank you.
How about this chick, Linda, said, sometimes you just have to move on.
I am moving on. I am, and I'm liking this. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. I'm moving on. I'm doing a lot of things. I'm building a house. I'm building a pickleball court. I'm moving on to fresher ideas that I can now talk about that I wasn't able to talk about before. So
we have a lot of projects.
I have a lot of projects coming up. So I've not only moved on, I have really moved on.
But this show is about a show you were on for 5 years, and people care about your opinion. They want to hear what you have to say about it.
Right. And why do people hate that? Why can't I comment on the show I was on for 5 years and comment on somebody that who I know? Like you see these like bloggers watch what crappens. Those dumb jerks don't even know. Like, I mean, they're such haters.
I have something about bloggers coming up.
No, I'm just
Dave
saying
and I
that.
want
Watch what happens. Like, they don't even know anybody on that show, and here they are having a podcast on that very same thing. Same with Amy Phillips on Sirius XM doing reality check. She doesn't know any of us personally, and she gets to do it. Why can't I?
Well,
I was a Bravo celebrity. All those people aren't. So.
You can do it. Ms. Cavalier said, very cool, you two. We miss great television. You both have great chemistry. And then Kate said the chemistry between both of you is amazing. Kelly, I am so happy you found the partner you deserve. Rick and Kelly, keep doing what you are doing and let the haters hate. Rick, I am so looking forward to reading your book, which I am about halfway done writing.
Yeah, Rick.
I have to get back to work on
You have to get back to work.
Enough of this podcast.
Yeah, we have like so many irons in the fire.
We do.
And your book is coming along very, very nice. I can't wait to read it.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Colton said, can you guys talk about what is going on with Jenny in your next episode, the Real Housewife that was recently fired? I'd love to hear your take. We're going to talk about her.
We're going to talk about Jenny.
That is coming up in moments.
Jenny Nguyen.
What do I have in our rundown here? Housewives headlines. And we're starting with Jenny being fired from Salt Lake. And some of you have lumped her in with Kelly.
Yeah.
Some of you haters. She was fired for dozens of Facebook posts considered racist and offensive by many on an account that she has deleted apparently around December of 2020, which was a couple months before she began filming the current season. So it kind of looks like maybe she found out she was going to be on this show
and immediately
said, oh, I gotta delete or deactivate that account where I posted all of that stuff.
My hair's a mess, I think.
So
it
looks good to me. So you called into Andy, right?
I called into Andy yesterday I'm sorry, my hair, I didn't make sure my hair was okay. It's like a little flyaways. You know, this is, I don't have glam like Erika Jayne, $800,000 worth of earrings allegedly that are other people's property, OPP.
Oh yeah, we got more on that coming up too.
Yeah, we have more on that, so pay attention to that one. That's going to be a fun one. But
after Jen got fired, you were getting mentioned in articles about
right,
her.
so I called in to Andy Cohen. And Andy Cohen, congratulations. You are getting a star on the Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh yeah, congrats.
Congrats on that. Mm-hmm. But after I got done, because Andy and I talk from time to time, so he wrote me, I said, congratulations on your stars and accomplishment. Happy birthday to baby Ben and your mom. Happy birthday to you guys. And he said, thank you, Kelly. I'm very sorry you're getting lumped in with this nonsense.
There you go.
So he knows I'm not racist, and
we're going to get to the details.
We're going to get to
details. Said, and then what you said.
And what I say, yeah.
First, without further ado, here is Kelly's statement on Jen Nguyen's firing.
So after everyone's lumping me in with this Jen Nguyen chick, right? So after I got off the phone with Andy Cohen, I was in discussions with Rick, and I'm like, I need to write a statement, okay? Because I'm getting lumped in, and it's not fair. So I'm going to read my statement now, okay? A lot of you are asking what I think about Jenny. Oh, yeah, and if you go on my Instagram, everybody wants to know what I think about Jenny Nguyen getting fired from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake. So here's my statement. Don't lump me in with this chick. I don't know her, and I'm not getting involved in what she did or didn't say. I don't know if she's a racist, but I do know I'm not. I know what racism feels like. I grew up Mexican on the west side of Phoenix, west side, with a very diverse group of friends, and I still have a very diverse group of friends.
You do.
This is about Bravo and Andy Cohen, not me. This is their brand and their business. If they feel the need to fire her, that's their decision. I don't work for them anymore. I did, and they did fire me. And a lot of people think they fired me for the wrong reasons, but that was Bravo's choice. Should they have better vetted this chick? Probably, but that's on them. If you want to hear more on my thoughts on the Housewives, subscribe to my channel, Rick and Kelly Unmasked, here on YouTube and also on Patreon.com. So that was my statement. So then I did a statement, but I did it more professionally. I actually had it on a prompter and I read it and I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna do this on my YouTube channel as my recap of the Housewives, because this is,
Then there was no show.
there was no show, so we're just gonna talk about that.
So here's some of the posts, some of the posts that Jen put on her page that were deemed enough for her to get fired over, and there's a lot of offensive stuff here. It includes an Islamophobic meme falsely claiming Colin Kaepernick is Muslim and using that to insult his NFL protest. It was a Peanuts cartoon. And Colin says, "I'm kneeling to protest injustice against black men in America." And Charlie Brown, or that Linus? That's Linus?
Yeah, that's
says,
Linus.
"That's odd, you joined Islam, a religion that still owns black slaves, and you don't protest against that." That's one of the things that Jen put on her Facebook page. She also put this one about Democrats. "Give a Democrat a fish, and he'll eat for a day. Teach a Democrat to fish, and he'll steal your rod, take your wallet, sexually assault the fish, and then blame President Trump." That was one of the other things she posted. She posted a lot of stuff about Trump. This one was, "Only make the vaccine in suppository form. I want the Democrats to shove it up their asses." That was one of her other posts. Another post she shared read, "Being white doesn't make you racist, and being black doesn't make you a slave. Being an idiot, however, comes in both colors." It went on and on and on. And
I've never done that, okay?
the thing that I found really surprising.
People call me racist. Now, I find that very, very, those things that she did a lot are offensive.
Well, there's a lot of offensive stuff in there, and
all I did was offend people and saying it was God's way of offending the herd. I get everybody up in arms on that, which I don't even think is that offensive, because we are going to die. We all have an expiration date.
what I thought
I didn't
was
write it,
remarkable,
Darwin did.
She posted dozens, someone said hundreds, dozens and dozens of things that she was called out on, but they were all posted before she started on the show. So it was all there when they were in the hiring process and they were looking at her to be on the show and checking her background. You would think, looking at her social media posts, because it's all about social media.
Of course.
And they didn't see that? Or did they see it and decide that it was okay because no one would see it because she could deactivate the account before they start filming? How do they not know that all that stuff is there before they hire her?
Well, I think that, they probably wanted more diversity. They felt like, we needed an Asian, so we're just going to hire her.
And ignored her past, or just didn't bother to check her past?
I just think it's lazy. I don't know.
Well,
they weren't lazy towards me, were they?
No, you had a 5-year track record of being awesome on that show, and then there was this one incident with TMZ that they dug up that they claimed was so offensive.
People are really up in arms, and this is why people call me racist. People are like, and all my black guy friends are always like, why am I mean, my first boyfriend in high school was Dale Gerard. He was half black. So I don't understand this, but I can tell you, I never really explained what happened on TMZ. When I first started the show, it's quite embarrassing because I was going through a divorce with Michael. I wasn't going through a divorce. I just started the show. But I was divorced with Michael, got back with Michael, and we had like a rocky relationship. And I just started the show, and I was at the Nice Guy, and you can see it. And I was talking to this African-American famous guy.
At the bar.
And we were kind of like, flirting and whatever. And I thought they caught that on there, and I didn't want to look like I was cheating on my husband, even though I said, because I knew they saw me. That's why I said I had my MBA, because I thought it was a joke. And
so you came out from the bar and you were a little hammered, and the cameras were waiting for you.
The cameras were waiting for me. And they saw me flirting with this guy in the Nice Guy in the bar. And TMZ knew this. But they have to, everything has to be salacious, right? And so I was like, this isn't racist, okay? Right. We'll go, hold on, TMZ. So I'm just going to go TMZ, Kelly Dodd. And I don't think this is racist. Oh, wait. That's my house. Let me see. But you guys can make this decision. So when I said, of course I know all my friends are African American. Like, of course I know black guys. I just thought that they caught me flirting with them.
We kind of jumped ahead. The guy asked you.
Okay, well, so you can hear the guy. That's it.
It's like you were trying to deflect because you were talking to a black guy in the bar and you didn't want like Michael to find out
I was married. They asked me if I dated black guys because I was flirting with the black guy in the bar and I was deflecting and I was married. Of course I don't date black guys because I'm married, right? I didn't want to be
that seems so benign and ridiculous that they would use that against you.
Right. And so they use that, which anybody, and first and foremost, like I said, like your first time having sexual relations was with an African American woman.
Yes.
My boyfriend in high school, Dale Gerard, was half black. So I know black people. I'm not trying to defend myself, but I'm just saying it's not being racist. If I didn't like an Asian guy, and that's not my type, that doesn't mean I'm racist against Asians. Okay? So everyone has a preference, all right? Doesn't mean you're racist. Doesn't. I'm sorry.
I'm glad that I'm your preference.
Yes, you are. My beautiful baby.
So I just wanted to say something.
So don't lump me in with her.
What I think is this is an example of when people lump you in like that, is people being lazy. Lazy bloggers and wannabe journalists who make up lies or repeat lies that were made up by other people. It pisses me off because it's defamatory and it's hurtful and it's nonsense. Kelly is a rainbow. She is part everything. You have an incredible rainbow of friends, and I've known you very, very well for a couple, 2.5 years now, and you are one of the most remarkable people I've ever met. And I think what gets you in trouble is that you're so honest and truthful and have no filter. So when you say things that are just, off the cuff, that a lot of people might say or think, but don't say it out loud in public, then they get mad, like God's way of thinning the herd. A lot of people might feel that way, but they would never say it publicly, but you did. So they act like they're all mad at you, even though they agree with you, but they know that they're supposed to be mad at you. That's what I think is happening, and I see a lot of people repeating the nonsense that you're racist because of a benign comment outside of a bar one night 5 years ago. Now that's a little different than this woman posting meme after meme after meme after meme last year or a year and a half ago about a lot of stuff that I think is offensive.
Well, but people
crossed lines.
But a lot of people that are really, really woke and the left mob, like media mob, they love to say if you are anti-vaxxer, you're a racist.
Right.
They love to equate that if you're an anti-vaxxer, I believe in your body, your choice. We got vaxxed. We don't even know what the heck it is. I mean, a lot of our friends got myocarditis, Bell's palsy. I mean, my own personal friends, one of them died. It's unbelievable to me. I did take it. Not that I'm anti-vax. I'm not going to have 5 or 6 boosters. I'll get COVID again. Wasn't that big of a deal.
When we got our shot, it was for travel, and we didn't know that.
If you write those things on there, they lump you in with being as a racist.
Right.
If you write those memes.
Well, the good news is at the end of the day is that you have a tremendous base of support.
Right.
So even though you have some haters who will come after you and compare you to people like that and call you a racist, you have a huge fan base who knows that you're not, who knows you're awesome, and support you all the way. And that's what I find so reassuring.
We do on Patreon, we have these party people, and we have like a discussion. It's like Hollywood Squares, and one of the guys comes on there, George, and he's like, "Why don't you go up and defend this Jenny girl?" And I'm like, because I don't condone those kinds of. That clearly is disgusting, like Andy Cohen said, and I'm just saying there was a lot there. She put a lot there.
She did.
So don't let me in with her. That's completely.
Well, I have one more
Yes.
thing about this story, because Nguyen went on Instagram yesterday, and she said that a social media team is to blame for sharing the offensive posts in 2020 on her non-verified personal Facebook page that existed before she was cast on Salt Lake. I just want you to understand that during that time, I had a team of people that were helping me. Whether they posted or I posted, it doesn't really matter at this point. Well, which one was it? Did the team post it or did she post it?
Right.
And who has a team?
Before you're on the Housewives.
Before you're even famous?
personal,
Before you're
though.
on a TV show? Why would you have a team of people posting stuff on your social media? I want you to understand that my political stance, I still support that. I'm very proud to be a Republican. I'm proud to be able to say I have the freedom
And
of
you
speech
can.
too,
Yeah.
and to have an opinion. Good for you. I agree with that too. I don't tolerate violence, but I do support my law enforcement. And so do I. So do we.
So do
support
we.
law
I
enforcement.
support law enforcement. Yes, 100%.
I know with every profession there's good and there's bad. I don't support the bad. I don't support the brutality with black people or with any race, she elaborated, but I do support my law enforcement, but that doesn't make me racist, she said. She, by the way, did appear on Instagram Live with a gay black friend of hers who said he agreed that she was not racist. He was cool with what she had said and done. He said, the reality is I know Jenny and I know her character and I know the person she is inside. She's not a racist. So she has her defenders.
Yeah. I don't know. I know a lot of my African American friends are racist. They are.
Well,
they are. I mean,
there are a lot of racist people.
I'm just saying.
But the thing about race, the word racist, if you're going to call someone a racist, you can't prove it that someone's not a racist. You can show evidence that they are.
A lot of my Asian friends.
But what you
are
did,
racist.
I would argue what you did is definitely not racist.
Of course not. I don't know why they let me into that.
Enough about that.
Hey, enough about me. Let's talk about you.
We have another.
So what do you think about me?
I think you're amazing. We have another housewife headline. This one about Erika Jayne.
Yes.
Because evidence recently emerged in the form of a legal filing that.
And it's so funny, really quick, how when Rick does this research, how different people have different perspective, different takes, how the media can sway you into thinking one way.
The tone of the article you read can completely shape how you feel about a story.
Right.
So, for example, we saw a post on a web
on Twitter.
On Twitter, there was a Twitter post, and then it was written about on a blog that was not in Erika's corner, that painted it completely from the prosecution side, that went into great detail about all the things that Tom Girardi allegedly did that were wrong and why Erika Jayne should have to pay.
And they had
for this
receipts.
crime.
They had receipts.
And then People Magazine wrote a story about the same issue, but their slant was all Erika Jayne's side. This is nonsense. She's innocent. She had nothing to do with it. She didn't know about it. So it was like, if you read the People article, you'd be like, oh, she's cool. It's fine. But if you read the other one, you'd be like, this chick needs to go to prison. So
Yeah.
So here's what happened. According to the attorney for one of the plaintiffs who was allegedly ripped off by Erika's husband, Tom Girardi, he supposedly stole tens of millions of dollars from clients. And at one point, he allegedly wrote a check out of a client's trust account.
Right.
That he was supposed to be monitoring and paying the person.
So what happens
out
was when you win a settlement, it goes into a trust account.
Yeah.
And then you feed it from that trust account. You're not supposed to touch it. Well,
No, the attorney's not supposed to touch it except for his client.
But
in
for
this
his client,
case,
in this case,
it's alleged that Tom Girardi wrote a check from that account for $750,000 to M&M Jewelers for a set of diamond earrings that he then gave his wife. So he paid for those earrings allegedly with money that didn't belong to him. It belonged to a client. It was their money, right? So her defense, Erika Jayne's defense now is she innocently received the jewelry. She's completely innocent, her attorney says. Not even the trustee alleges that Erika knew the source of funds that her wealthy husband used to buy her a gift of earrings 15 years ago. But guess what? She knows about it now. She knows how the money where the money came from to buy those earrings.
She doesn't want to give them up. She said that she was going to give them to a third party, that they were gifts.
Yeah, she said she innocently received the earrings as a gift, and her attorney said by mislabeling these as costs. No, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little caught up in the detail here, but bottom line, she said yes, the third party can hold the earrings while they just decide this, but she's innocent because she didn't know where the money came from to pay for the earrings. And by the way, we don't even know if that's true that the money came from well, it certainly seems true. They have the
they have the
check
receipts. They have the receipts.
So
they have it out of the trust. It's the receipts. They have the receipts.
So Kelly and I were talking about this last night, and I said, you may not have known then that your husband was a scumbag and was taking stolen money to buy you gifts. But now you kind of know he was a scumbag and he was using stolen money to buy you gifts, allegedly. So you've had these earrings for 15 years. Why not just do the right thing and say, you know what? I had no idea. Here, take these earrings, sell them for $1.5 million or whatever you can get for them, and give them to the people who were ripped off.
Right.
I had them for 15 years. Now you can have the money.
I enjoyed them. It's you can have them because these people are suffering. They need the money to get their burns all taken care of. I mean, they have to go to learn to. They can't work anymore. She's able to work.
Widows and orphans who deserve the money.
Widows and orphans that deserve the money.
And she could help them right now.
She could help them.
Instead of
saying, oh no, they're mine, they're gifts.
Play these legal games. They haven't proven that that's where the money came from. We don't know for sure. And in the meantime, I'm just going to hold on to these.
I'm going to hold on and give them to a third party.
Well,
she already enjoyed them. Somebody really needs the money, won the money. You know your husband. It's like, why can't, if Bravo finds out, are they gonna, and I said that, I wrote that as a tweet, are they, they're the moral compass now, are they gonna allow that? Or no? Or are they gonna keep it? Because they know that they wanna see what's gonna happen to her.
So Bravo is picking and choosing who to fire based on their popularity?
Or what's gonna make them more money.
Or the nature of their alleged offense. If it's allegedly racism, then they're getting rid of that person. But if it's alleged criminal activity involving theft and all that, well, let's see how it plays out.
Let's see if they end up going to prison.
And then we can shoot that for the next episode.
I don't know.
Do you want to talk about the blind date that you coordinated?
Oh yeah, with Vicky.
Kelly set up Vicky on a date with one of her old friends.
Okay, so let me tell you, that Patty Stanger chick, I cannot stand her. I've gone out with her a couple times. She's a know-it-all. She talks over you. She's a greedy, selfish biatch.
And she tried to charge Vicky for a date?
She did charge Vicky. So anyways, no. So let me get back. So I met this Israeli guy at Mastro's a long time ago, way before you.
Hey, take it easy.
And
quiet.
Hold on. And so, I'm sorry. Hey, shh. Our gardeners are here. Sorry. And we're professional over here. Anyways, what was I saying?
Patty Stanger.
Yeah, Patty Stanger. So she I can't stand her. So she tries to. She's like, yeah, I have this guy to hook up. And then she's like, I'm going to hook you up, but you have to pay me $1,500. I told her to go
pound sand.
Like, I don't need any help. I promise, okay?
Yeah.
So she goes on these press junkets, Patty Stanger, and just slams me, just says the most horrible thing to me. So Vicky tries to, she meets with Patty, she and Tamara, and she pays Patty for a dating service to hook her up. Mm-hmm. Well, I hooked up Vicky up with one of my friends, whom likes her a lot. He's a good guy. I like him a lot. I think that I'm a great picker. And so...
Yeah, for sure.
So anyways...
So you hooked her up and we went out on a double date, sort of, and then they went out on their own date.
Right. Again. So
I
anyways,
don't know what happened, but they looked happy.
They looked happy, yeah. She deserves happiness, Vicky.
She does. I had fun with her.
And she is so much fun. Oh my gosh, she's so much fun.
One other item, Emily said in a recent interview that she misses you on the show.
She said I talked bad about her on the show. I never spoke bad about her on the show. I just said
You mean on the podcast?
On the podcast, I just said that wearing backless, like, they're accentuating it. You know, they were showing her when she was trying on the thing. They were showing her back, and then
Struggling
she was
struggling
to zip up. Sometimes, I mean, there's things that I can't wear, like, because they're not flattering on me. That's all I'm saying. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
But she said she misses you.
Oh, well, she misses me. She doesn't call me anymore.
So give Kelly a call.
Does she call me anymore? I wrote to her, like, she doesn't call me anymore.
I've
been begging to ask her who her plastic surgeon was that did her facelift, and she won't.
Oh,
hook me
you
up.
don't need that.
I do. I know.
No, you don't need that. Don't forget our podcast on patreon.com. Go subscribe right now and check out our shows there. And we think that you're going to love it because
we only get all yeah, they all love it. Because you can read
the comments.
Yeah.
And we also have a rickkellyunmasked.com where you can get our cool products, and we have more coming.
This party sucks.
More.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have some cute sayings.
Don't tell them what it is though. And can't wait to get back to the desert. The progress there is amazing, and that will be updated on our show next week as well.
Yes. Oh, it's so much fun.
So we'll look for our recap here about the RHOC next week.
Can I tell them how we have a production company coming?
Without naming names, we are one step closer to doing a show about our remodeling of our house.
Yes, but there's a lot that goes into it too.
There is.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think we have a great product, and wait till this house is going to be so amazing when it's done.
I can't wait for you guys to see it.
It's going to be so awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Okay. Well, anyway, have a great day and a great week.
All right, you take care. Bye.
Bye.